Okay, so these are the wheels. As you would have seen in the other video, I washed and cleaned them yesterday once we picked them up after a 250-mile journey. So they're looking pretty clean, but obviously they've got some paint damage and stuff on them like this. So we need to remove that, get these all sanded back and get them ready to paint. What I'll do is I'll just show one of these wheels being done because I've had a lot of new subscribers lately, so they might not know how I do my wheels. And for people that follow the channel all the time, if I just show one and not four, it won't be boring for the people that have seen it before. But you get the idea. The wheels are scuffed on the edges, got a few corroded bits. Nothing too crazy on these, fairly straightforward. So I'll get you in the stand, show you a bit of this, and I'll do the others off camera and bring you back. Okay, so today, because these wheels are not too bad on the edges, they're just lightly scuffed, they're not really curved out. I've got the DA sander, some 320 grit sandpaper, and we'll just hit this edge and see how we get on. I'll keep cutting in later on, letting you know how it's going, if I have to change the sandpapers or anything like that, and we'll see how we go. So I think you're getting the idea. I'm just going around the edge, smoothing off the edge, flattening down the face. So what I'll do is I'll do the rest of that on a time lapse. and I'll bring you back once the wheel's all flattened down. Okay, so it's a while later now. The face of the wheel's done. All the edges nice and smooth. Done the spokes on the outside. I've now got to do in the inner bits, little spokes, like these bits here. And then the main part of the wheel around the edge. And then I've got to turn it over and do the back part of the wheel. There's a few scuffs, but nothing too major. So that's what I'm doing next. Just thought I'd update you to where I was. It's obviously been about an hour or so since I've got to where I am now. So shouldn't be too long now, and hopefully this wheel will be done. Okay, so it's probably been about an hour now. So I've just brought you back on the last spoke. This is the last one of shiny, as you can see. Well, hopefully you can see. It's just a case of getting in there with this. This is Scotch Brite. Giving it a really good rub so there's no shiny surface left. Same around your inner parts of the spoke. Obviously if there's any corrosion or anything like that in them bits, you're going to want some sandpaper, and you've got to sand them right out. Luckily enough, these wheels are actually in really good nick. I just wanted to get the edges looking nicer. No point doing a whole project and then putting a set of wheels on it all curved up. So simple as that, really. Well, so simple. It'd take a couple of hours to do a wheel at least. So that's what we're left with. Everywhere's flat. Obviously there's need wiping down. Everything's looking good. So that's that wheel done on the outside. Just got to turn it over now. I'll try and do it in front of you. Put it back in the stand. Wiggle. Okay, so this is the back of the wheel. I'll bring you in and show you what we got. Obviously got this edge to sort out. Not seen once it's on the car, but I'll still flatten out before I paint it. And then you've got these inner bits that haven't been done very well on the previous person who painted it. There's hardly any paint on the inside here actually whatsoever. You can see how thin it is. So we'll sort all that out. Shouldn't take too long on the back. Not going to be too fussy on this outer edge. Just going to flatten it down. Ready to receive some primer. I'll bring you back once I've done this bit. And then I'll do the other 3 wheels off camera. Hopefully this is helping a few people out if they're painting their wheels. Right, I'll see you again soon. So, as you can imagine, I'm absolutely covered. But this wheel's getting done now. Well, this wheel is actually finished. So I'll spin you around, show you where we are, and then I'll do the rest of the wheels off camera. Okay, so the whole of the back of this one's done. Where you see these bits that have gone through to the metal, it's either a flaky bit, or that's where an old weight was and the rubber was all left on. So I cut that off with a blade and smoothed it out, ready for some primer. Same with the rest of the wheel, there's a few little bits. This looks like it's bobbly, but it's not, it's lovely and smooth. There was a big weight down there. Well, not a weight, but the rubber that was left over from the old weight. So I cut that back, smoothed that right off, and I've been all the way around the wheel. As you can clearly see. Done the back of the spokes. Just enough for what they need. I think there might actually be a little bit there I haven't seen, so I've got to do that. And then this wheel is done. This outer edge, where there's a little bit of this, off camera I'm going to go around the edge of there with a 80 Abranet just to flatten that down slightly. And then that's that wheel done. And I'll move on to the next one, which is this one. Same again, around the edges. Flatten off the face, flatten off the back, do the same again basically. So I'll be off the camera for a few hours now, it'll only be a few minutes for you. And I'll bring you back once all of 4 wheels are done. Okay everyone, so I've just had a direct message from Aaron Page. So I'm just going to do a little part here to answer his question. The question was, how do you get rid of the scratch curving around the edge of the wheel when some parts are like really bad and they won't stand out? So I'll show you exactly how to do that right now. Thanks for the question, and I hope this answers. I know you watch all my videos, so hopefully this will help you out. Okay, so I'll spin you around and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so from the pictures you sent me, I'll get the idea at your edge of your wheels is probably like this. All curved up. And they don't flatten down very easy. Don't know if I've got any yet, that sort of thing. Well, the good news is, there's a very easy way to getting rid of that. So what we'll do is we'll focus on this bit here. It's quite a nasty bit. Going close so you can see how bad it is. Quite a nasty bit of damage there. Got some more around here. So I'll do a few bits, show you what I use, and hopefully that will help you out. Okay, so on the DA, but you don't have to do this on the DA, but it makes it easier. You could do it on a drill or something like that. It's called Abranet, which is a wire mesh. It's 80 grit. Sorry about the noise on the DA, there's nothing I can do about it at the moment. You want a mask on, which I always do. And it's literally a case, hopefully you can still hear me, literally a case of getting this in there like that, so you're between the wheel and the tyre. Turn the air on first. So you saw that didn't take too long, a couple of minutes at the most. And that's what we have now. No damage whatsoever. It's as easy as that. This stuff's really good stuff. It's not cheap, but it's not overly expensive compared to having your wheels refurbed, so well worth doing. I'll get rid of all this as well, which I'm now about to do. So I'll go around that and then I'll bring you back and show you this wheel done. Thanks for the question, hopefully I've helped you out. And if anyone else needs any help with anything, just ask and I'll either drop it in a video like this or I'll answer you back on my DM messages. I seem to get a lot of DM messages and not so many on the actual videos, but that's fine, I don't mind either way. I'll help out if I can. Okay, so I'll get this wheel done and I'll bring you back and show you the edge of the wheel. Right, so it's been about 15 minutes and I've done the whole edge of the wheel. This is the part that people always get stuck with, and I always find this the easiest part. All the way around, there's not one piece of corrosion on this wheel now, or jagged bits on the edge. It's all nice and smooth. As you can imagine, with the tyre off, it'd be even easier to do, but I don't find it too hard to do like this anyway. So hopefully that's going to help a fair few people out. And I'll carry on with my wheels now. Well, it's been about 4 hours now since I last spoke to you, but every single wheel's done, inside and out. Looking really good. No imperfections on them at all now. So the next thing to do is empty the spray bay, get them in there and get them wiped down. It's obviously pitch black outside now. So it's been a while. So let's see what we've got in the spray booth to sort out. I've got a feeling I've got a big tidy up to do. Turn the lights on. Yeah, got a bit of all sorts in here at the moment. Looks like I'm going to be having fun for a little while. So I'll bring you back in half an hour or so when I've cleared this out and I've got the wheels in here ready to carry on. Okay, so half an hour later, everything's out of the spray bay. Well, pretty much everything that needs to be out anyway. And now it's the case of, you can see these wheels much better. I'm now going to wipe them down, leave the solvent to dry, and I'm going to mask them up and hopefully get some primer on, depending on what the time is, because I've already done a good 12 hours today already. As you can probably see, now we're in the bay, they're all looking pretty good. Obviously don't do this bit in the middle of the wheel, that just gets sanded back down to bare alloy once the wheel's done. Never put paint on them bits. Okay, so let's get them masked up. Well, I'm going to have to stop here because I've completely run out of masking tape, so I can't mask these wheels up, which is really annoying because I wanted to get them in primer tonight so they dried overnight, so I can paint them tomorrow. But there's not much I can do about it, and there's nowhere I can get in it this time of night. So I'm going to have to track some down tomorrow, and then order a box like I normally do to be on its way for next week. So sorry about that, but I'm going to have to end this one here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.